Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Mess Hall, and on today's video we'll be making a classic chicken parmesan. So we're going to need to dice one whole onion. This is going to be for our marinara sauce. And I like to start with the marinara sauce so that way it has time to simmer while the chicken is cooking and you're cooking your pasta. The longer your sauce is able to simmer, the deeper the flavor is going to be. And then we're going to mince some garlic. You guys know I love garlic. We're going to do 3 cloves here. So we're going to mince the garlic pretty fine. You don't want any huge chunks. And then we're going to go ahead and toss everything in a medium pot together with some olive oil, and we're going to just sweat our vegetables until the onions are translucent and you can really smell the garlic cooking. And we're going to add our seasonings now. You want to add your seasonings early and you want to cook them, with your vegetables. This is going to help reconstitute that dry seasoning flavor. The longer dry seasonings are allowed to cook and simmer, the better the flavor is going to be. Now we're just going to mix everything up and let that simmer for a second. And once we get that translucent onion color we're looking for, which is right about here, we're going to go ahead and add our tomato paste. And we're going to let our tomato paste cook with the onions until the red turns to like a darker maroon color. This is going to, again, develop a deeper tomato flavor in our marinara sauce, which is really what you want when you're going for a very good, full, flavorful marinara sauce. So this is a great color right here, that deeper red from that tomato paste. Now we're gonna add our crushed tomatoes, and we're just gonna stir. You want to keep tasting your sauce as it's simmering, adjust the salt and the pepper. You really want to make sure that you're tasting your food here, guys. We can always add more seasoning if it's not flavorful enough. If you like one flavor more than another, you can always add some more stuff to your sauce to get it to the flavor that you really want. Now we're gonna go ahead and split our chicken breasts. I get pretty big chicken breasts, so I like to cut them in half because I can't eat a whole one by myself. And we're gonna go ahead and season the chicken directly with some salt and pepper. Even though it's gonna be breaded and we're having a seasoned breading, you want to make sure that you always season your meat directly. It's gonna increase the flavor tenfold. So now we're gonna bread our chicken. I'm just using basic Italian breadcrumbs, and we got an egg wash here with just egg and water. And we're gonna double bread it, meaning it's gonna go breadcrumbs into the egg wash and back into the breadcrumbs again. We're just gonna do this for all 4 pieces. You wanna make sure they're evenly coated. Now I'm adding some olive oil to my cast iron. You don't have to use a cast iron, I just like using mine. It's very oven friendly. So I'll go ahead and test the heat of my oil. I'll just put a little bit of flour into the pan, and if it starts frying, then we're in pretty good shape, and we'll go ahead and add our chicken breast directly into the pan. And you want to make sure that you allow your chicken breast enough time to sear. You want to make sure you get a good, even, dark golden brown crust all over. So this will take about 3 to 5 minutes. Then once they're ready, we're going to go ahead and flip them, and again allow the other side to crust and sear. You want good color on both sides. And we can go ahead and top our chicken with our homemade marinara sauce. I like to give a generous portion. I'm a saucy person, so and I got some whole milk mozzarella. I got the pre-sliced one. I didn't intend to, but it actually worked out pretty well because mozzarella is a tough cheese to cut. So we're just going to go ahead and place about 2 slices on each piece of chicken, and it's going to go directly into the oven and allow that cheese to melt and bubble and get that golden, bubbly cheese color. So I decided to get some fresh basil for our chicken parm. You know, you can't have authentic chicken parmesan without some chiffonade basil. So what you do here is you take all of your basil and you roll it into the biggest leaf, and then you just go ahead and cut thin ribbons of your basil. And this is a classic basil chiffonade cut. This is what you're going to see in really any Italian restaurant. This is how they're going to cut their basil. Just, you know, those thin ribbons. So once our chicken is almost done and that cheese is almost melted and golden, we're going to go ahead and cook our pasta. I'm doing capellini, which is why I'm going to cook it so close to when the chicken is ready. Capellini only takes 3 minutes, guys. And when I say like only 3 minutes, I literally mean 3 minutes. If you cook it any longer, it's going to be overcooked and it's going to be very mushy, which is exactly what you don't want with such a thin pasta. So we can go ahead and pull our chicken parm out of the oven and plate it up. We'll have some leftover marinara sauce for this capellini right here, and we're gonna have a delicious chicken parmesan for dinner. So if you like this video, hit that subscribe button for more videos every week.